Welcome to Bridge Watch. I'm Corey Ranslem with Dryad Global. I'm Corey Ranslem with Dryad Global. This week on the vlog, Bridge Watch, we're going to answer the question, is the IMO 2021 compliance, is it really just a paperwork shuffle? So we're going to talk a little bit about the history. We've talked about the IMO 2021 and cybersecurity in a number of past episodes. You can search through our videos to see those and where this came from. This has been a discussion that the IMO, through the Maritime Safety and Security Committee and a number of subcommittees, have been having for a number of years. The framework for this was adopted at their June meeting back in 2017, and the beginning compliance date, as we all know, was January 1st of 2021. So what's happened? We're almost 2 years into this. What's happening with this? So by this time, every SOLAS class vessel has to have cybersecurity as part of their ISM, or International Safety Management Plan, that is mandated by the flag state. It has to be part of that. Cybersecurity, we're all very familiar with that. So what does that look like, and what are the frameworks? There's 3 different frameworks that have been put in place as recommendations, although they're not regulatory in any way, but kind of recommendations on what to do. So there was a number of industry organizations, really led by BIMCO, that put together some cybersecurity guidelines. There's the ISO IEC guidelines, and then the NIST framework, and those were 3 of the recommendations that were specifically cited by the IMO on the IMO 2021 cybersecurity regulations. It's pretty easy to find information about that, and that just listed a framework for how you deal with that as part of your ISM program. So once you have the framework in place, the biggest part is then to take a look at your internal vulnerabilities, whether you do that internally or externally. There are no requirements within the regulations to have a third-party provider come in and take a look at the vulnerabilities. We always recommend you do that, because for us it's not about the regulatory compliance. It is, but the bigger piece of that is, are you protected from a potential cyber attack? We've seen the number of cyber attacks against vessels, against maritime companies, organizations, shipping companies increase at about a rate of 900% over the last 5 years, and that number continues to go up. In the news on a daily basis now, you see major cyber attacks or breaches that are happening in companies across the world. So you really should take a look at protecting and what you can do to protect your vessels, and specifically through this framework. So with that, there is no third-party outside oversight of this. It can all be done internally and pretty easily. So if you have a resilient team on board and can do this, it's very easy for you to do this. And we've seen, as we've talked to people in all industries, in the commercial cargo industry, in the large yacht, and in the cruise line industry, we've seen a wide variety of responses. What we have seen, though, are many organizations are looking at this as more of just a paperwork shuffle. Okay, we already know what our vulnerabilities are. We know what's happening. So all we need to do is put cybersecurity within the ISM. This is just, from an IMO perspective, just the beginning of where we think things will go with cybersecurity regulations. We'll probably see more to come. In the United States, the U.S. Coast Guard has really taken this from ships also to facilities. So any MTSA regulated facilities in the United States have to have cybersecurity as part of their MTSA plans. One of the things we recommend, and it's pretty cost effective for you to do, is have an outside company at least once or twice a year come in and do a vulnerability assessment of your internal systems from an office standpoint and of your vessels. It's pretty quick, it's pretty easy to do. Most of it can be done remotely, and then you have an idea of where your vulnerabilities are. When we talk to clients, and with attacks that we've seen in the past, the money that you spend to secure your systems is typically 1/10 of what you're going to spend for recovery, and in some cases, some businesses have not recovered and have gone out of business, and even some fairly large and substantial organizations. We're going to continue as things evolve and we become more connected on ships, the bandwidth increases. We're going to see cyber attacks continue against vessels and people in the maritime industry to increase over the coming years. If you have any questions about cybersecurity, about vulnerability assessments, about maritime regulatory compliance for that, just give us a call here at Dryad and we're happy to help you out. We can start from the beginning, work through the vulnerability assessment all the way through the monitoring, and then also we're experts in regulatory compliance and we can help you put that language together in your ISM plan in regards to cybersecurity. Hey, thanks for joining us on our weekly vlog today. We really appreciate all of our viewers. Make sure you connect to us through our social media detailed in the comments section below. Also, make sure you sign up on our website. We have a ton of free content when it comes to maritime security, threat assessments, and risk intelligence. Also, join the conversation. We want to hear from you as we improve our vlog and our topics each week. So make sure you connect to us and join the conversation.